Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live. For this Monday, December 5th, I'm your host, Rod, here in sunny Philadelphia today. It's feeling pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a good break, you guys. I'm so happy to be back. I'm happy to see you guys in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Rants About Tech, where we talk about today's tech news. We talk about today's eInk news. This is going to be a show about channel updates. Today is a long list of randos. But shout out to the chat crew here. We got eInk here. We got Parm here. Christina Ray. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's get the applause going for you guys for showing up here early. I appreciate it. We also got Aaron here as well. Mitch, how's it going? Bob, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Again, we got just a long list of randos today. So I hope you guys are in for just some random stuff. If we got time, we got some demos I wanted to show. Some things about Stone Nibs I wanted to show you guys. Some things about it. Whoa. I hope at some point we get a visit. Oh, Dr. Ling is here. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm glad Dr. Ling is here. Dr. Ling, I got a test just for you, okay? I took all the feedback for the Crystal Nib. Well, not just the Crystal Nib, the Stone Nibs as well that I gave out. And I took all that feedback to heart, and we got some updates to share. And I'm going to be sending some new nibs out to the testers here so we can get a look at see how you guys feel about the new thing that I come across and have made. But more about that a little bit later. First thing, let's get to the holidays for the day. And today is going to be National Bird Day. National Bird Day. I don't know how many bird watchers we got in the chat. I'm not a bird watcher per se, but if I'm out with a pair of binoculars, I may peep some birds. That's never, hardly. Sometimes I'm out. Sometimes I'm out with binoculars at the rifle range, shooting range. Sometimes. I'll watch some birds then. National Keto Day. I'm not sure. Keto is the restricting sugar, right? You're not taking in carbs. Let me know how many of you guys are on there. I got some stuff to talk about. The carb watchers. You're gonna want to know what we got in the show next to talk about. It's random, but it's good stuff. National Screenwriters Day. Screenwriters. When I think of screenwriters, I think of Taylor Sheridan, which his name is Taylor Sheridan Taylor, something else. He switched it, didn't even add the last name. He's ashamed. He's ashamed. But he's making tons of dollars, so who cares? What do we got in the chat here? Did I say January 6th? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant 5th. It's January 5th. My bad. Are you refreshed and renewed? I'm definitely refreshed and renewed. I'm ready to hit the ground running in 2026. 2026 is the year of the entrepreneurship. Alex Booker, how's it going? Good morning. Thanks for joining. I'm totally refreshed. I didn't break the clear. Oh, really? Wish I didn't break the clear ceramic. Good, Dr. Ling. Good. You got another one coming. So as long as it didn't damage your pen, that's the concern. But I got stuff here to show you today, Dr. Ling. You're going to want to stick around for the demos at the end of the show. You're going to want to stick around. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alex Booker is looking like a troll already. Don't make me do it to you. Okay. It's too early in the show. How many people we got here? It's too early in the show, bro. All right. Moving on. R.I.P. Lamar Wilson. I wanted to say this because a really influential YouTuber in the tech space passed away over the holidays, and and this is one of the reasons why I made that PSA during my show at the end of my show, the last show we did of the year, where I talked about, if anyone's having issues and they want to talk about whatever they're going through, there's always someone around. I still have linked in the description of this show a phone number that you can call with the text home, and someone will reply and walk you through and talk you through any situation that you might want to talk about and that you're going through. So there are resources and there are people out there to help you if you are going through anything. Just keep that in mind. And for times like this, it's a rough time of year. But just want to say R.I.P. Lamar Wilson. I kind of grew up in my early YouTube days, watching a lot of Lamar Wilson stuff. It's just, and someone in the space that knew a lot of other creators and always was willing to help. You would see him collaborating with a ton of other tech YouTubers. And I just think it's a sad loss for the community as a whole on YouTube, and definitely the tech community. So R.I.P. Lamar Wilson. But just to shout out to, just to say this too, people, be yourself. Try to be as comfortable with yourself as possible. I guess the takeaway from this is, one of the things I want to take away from this is, it's always good to be yourself and surround yourself with people who accept you for you. They make you feel good about being you, so that you don't feel the need to be something you're not, someone you're not, or act a way that is uncomfortable for you. So try to do that in life, and I think that's always a good rule of thumb, no matter what the situation. So anyway, R.I.P. Lamar Wilson. I'm hyped. Let me pin is working just fine. No doubt, Dr. Ling. You will be hyped when you see what we got here today. And if you like, and I know you like tests, Dr. Ling, so we got some tests. What else we got here? Jeff quitting YouTube. So just my opinions on Jeff quitting YouTube. It was a total shock to me, as it was to a lot of people. Apparently, the only person that wasn't shocked was Vlad. He saw it. I guess they had a conversation, so he knew something was in the mix. But and shout out to Vlad up at CES. I won't be going to CES, you guys, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But yeah, so that was a total shock to me. So and there's a couple things I want to say about that video. Listen, Jeff spilled the tea. Jeff had a whole bottle of tea and just was like, care about that tea? Who cares about that tea? He spilled the tea. So he talked about all of his his trials and errors and tribulations going through the channel, and his experience with YouTube, and man, it was so eye opening. It was so eye opening. Oh man, thanks for making the video, Jeff. You will be greatly missed. Let's get the applause and the air horns going for Jeff for sure. I really appreciate you, Jeff. For all that he's done, for all the videos I've absorbed in him, for all the techniques that I try to employ in my videos that I've learned from Jeff, is as far as trying to be more analytical, and more data driven in what I'm doing. A lot of that is attributed to Jeff and how he approaches his reviews and his videos on YouTube. Now, one of the big things I really took from Jeff is how he meticulously went through battery life. And man, he did a cameo for me in one video where he talked about the battery life, where I would not have done it justice. I wanted to talk about the battery life, but I'm like, I can't do it anywhere near the justice that Jeff would do it. So I kindly asked Jeff to do a cameo for me. So Jeff did one cameo for me on a video talking about battery life. Yeah, don't forget to drop a like, everyone. Thanks to eInk. I appreciate that. So shout out to Jeff. I really appreciate Jeff and what he's done for the community. And and whatever he's moving on doing, I hope he's happy doing that. And because I know that he started the YouTube thing because it made him happy. And if for whatever reason he hit his goal, and there was no reason to continue on doing what he's doing. So congratulations to him. And yeah, definitely. Is this another? Listen, you've done something when people come to you and they troll you. I'll take it. We'll move on with the trolls. Moving on to here. What else we have on the list, you guys? So Jeff quick. Oh, so some of the tidbits that Jeff talked about on this video. Actually, can we pull that up? Some of the tidbits Jeff talked about on this video here. Let's pull up Jeff. There we go. Some of the tidbits Jeff talked about on his video here, I thought was interesting. So, he talked about buying ads. So, and that's something I know a lot of YouTubers do. And his take on it was interesting. And like I said, he spilled the tea, man. He went through, like, it was so enlightening. If you're a YouTuber, you need to watch that content. It's good. It's long, but it's good. You're gonna learn something. So I know a lot of YouTubers buy ads, and by that I mean they pay to get their videos in front of people, more eyeballs than they would normally get a chance to be in front of organically. And man, I've always stayed away from that, just because I've always thought exactly what Jeff found out doing it, is that, yeah, you get in front of more people, but it doesn't necessarily mean more engagement. And to me, I'm way more focused on engagement than I am getting more people. And I've said this many times on the live stream. I'm an acquired taste. I'm not for everybody. People are not going to like my opinions, and they get upset by them. And I get that. I'm okay with that. Although I don't think anyone should get upset by anyone's opinion on eInk, but whatever, or tech in general, but it is what it is. But yeah, I take that. And I just say, you know what? I'm not going to be for everybody. I'm going to be for select few people, but those people are going to rock with me. And I think, the people who I have that rock with me really rock with me. And I really appreciate you guys. Air horns going for the chat crew. Can I get I wish the volume on the air, they're just definitely not loud enough. We need louder air horns. Okay, we're going to get that working in 2026. I hope Mitch is not watching. He is. Mitch, I'm going to do you proud in 2026. I promise. All right. But it doesn't equate to more engagement, right? It doesn't equate to more view times. It just means more people saw the video, right? Likes may or may not, subs may or may not go up, but views will, right? And you hope that those views equates to more things. So I've always just kind of like said to myself, I'm going to be for a select few, and I've got to be okay with that. Another thing that Jeff covered in this video that I thought was very interesting was the time frame, right? He covered him wanting to stay in for a certain period of time and then kind of get out, and he accomplished his goal or whatever. And I that is totally respectable. Just reach your goals. And he set a goal and he reached it, and he was like, okay, I'm done here. But as far as being in the the videos being in the space, I think that and the time frame that they live in the space is what's important and really what's most important to me. So, and that's what he found out throughout his time in YouTube. All of this stuff was kind of bared out through his real life experience with the platform. And I've kind of like taken a 5-year approach to my thing. Like I knew from the first, when I started this, I'm like, okay, well, for me, it's a long game, YouTube. Some people pop off and they go viral and they just do really well on YouTube regardless of how good or bad the content is, because they struck a vein or struck a chord with people, right? And something just took off, right? I've never thought that of myself. I don't see myself as a going viral type of dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to just slow grind it. Like, I have a 5-year plan to YouTube. My thing is, the first year and a half, I wanted to be making money. I wanted to have enough subs and enough like viewers to turn a profit, like not turn a profit, but make money. Like YouTube will start paying me, even if it's $1, right? That was my goal. A year and a half, if I can make some money, I'm on schedule. I did that. My next goal is a 3-year mark. At 3 years, I want the platform to be paying for the stuff that I'm buying for it, i.e. eInk devices. I would like the channel to just be able to make enough money to where I don't have to pay for none of that stuff out of my pocket. I'm not there yet. Your boy's still paying out of pocket. Or companies graciously give me devices, right? But at some point, I don't want to rely on that relationships. I just want to be able to say, hey, I want a device, I'm going to get it. I got the money to buy every device that's coming out, and we'll talk about them, which is another avenue I want to go down. How many people did I lose with that? Oh, a lot. Okay, we're going to try to get back on point here. But the point of the matter is, very interesting stuff here. And then 5 years, to me, I wanted to start turning a profit. I want to make more than I'm spending with it. That's kind of the thing. So, but I totally, I love the cult of Voya. Oh, troll alert, LOL. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be. Pond, 100%. I love them though. They're cool. You're all welcome here. You're all welcome here. But so I very, very informative video that Jeff put out. So, yeah, sad to see Jeff leave. Hopefully he'll come back and do another cameo for me. But that was my approach, and I don't know. It sucks to not have Jeff around. It does. I'm hoping he comes back and does some more cameos for me. If I can like pressure him into doing it. No pressure, Jeff. No pressure. Through any event, let's move on here. The next thing we got up on the list to talk about is going to be, we got a long list, you guys. This is going to be a list of updates. We'll get back to we'll slowly get back into how the show is going to progress as far as getting the tech news out there. But other channels are getting started too. So this is another thing we're going to talk about. So no CES this year. I got the invite kind of late, and I was already doing other things. I'm trying to get the Nib out there. I'm trying to get these sites up, which has been held back by me trying to revamp how I'm sleeving the nibs, which I've already figured out, which we're going to talk about here today. So I was in the midst of trying to do that, and it just was bad timing. So no CES for me this year, but I will be there next year. So I've already secured that ticket and my pass for that. So we're good to go, as long as I got the views. And I've never not been able to do that, so we're good to go. What else we got here? Meetup with J. I'm not sure if anyone saw that in the Discord. Link for the Discord is in the description of this video if you guys don't know. So yeah, very cool. And I want to show a picture of that. If no one saw that, do we have a picture? Do we have a picture? Oh, we do. All right, so here we go. This is not a picture of Jeff, or not Jeff, but this is not a picture of me and Jay, but it's a picture of upstate New York, which I was snowed in for a while. It felt like they got the biggest snowstorm on record in December when I was there. Crazy. Oh boy, why are you doing that? Okay, there we go. Next we got this is though the night me and Jay got together at a little pub not far from where I live here in Philadelphia. I had to get this picture because Jay takes really nice pictures at bars and pubs and stuff and diners, and he just gets really good pictures out with eInk devices in moody environments, and I wanted to take one too. This is a device right here that I think is very cool. Build quality, I mean, what was this thing called? I forgot what it was called. The Mag something, the Mag-Fi. I wanted to call it trash, but until I've looked at it, I'm like, man, the build quality on this is really good. Even better, I would even go so far as to say the build quality on this is better than what Markable does, because the lines don't deviate. The lines match up and they meet the metal from the line from the metal meets the line for the glass perfectly on this device. And even Remarkable hasn't like nailed that. Like if you look at Remarkable 2s, you'll see that the metal where it meets the glass isn't always perfect. And I've had 2 Remarkable 2s in the same situation. This, perfect. Like perfect. It's a seamless transition between the metal and the glass. I mean, they did a really good job. And I mean, it doesn't stop there. The back is meticulous and flat, whereas, you get some bumpiness on the Remarkable 2 in the back there. You can feel the components. Not so with this device. I don't know who made this device. I can't remember the name of this thing, but man, the build quality on this was the only device that I've seen with the Remarkable 2 form factor that had seemingly better quality control than Remarkable has with their devices. Do I know how good it writes? No. I wrote on it. I didn't get a real good feel for what it was like. I don't know about the operating system, none of that. But just looking at the build, judging the build quality, it was really good, really immaculate. And there it is, me and my boy Jay. That's my guy right there. Man, we had fun. We had drinks on deck. I was a bit tipsy. Your boy's a bit tipsy by the end of this night, and it was fun. We talked for about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours we were there. Just laughing, talking, eating, drinking, and doing nerdy eInk stuff. I brought devices for Jay to test. Jay brought devices for me to test. It was a good time. It was such a good time. So thank you to Jay for making that possible, coming through, and let me know he was coming through Philadelphia on his way back home. And he made that possible for us. And he also picked a really good place because, as you guys know, I'm a Philadelphian, but I'm new to Philadelphia. So it was nice to see that he picked a place. I didn't have to worry about that, as a good date should. He was a good date. But very good time. Thank you, Jay, for doing that and making it possible, man. I really appreciate you. All love, bro. All love. All right, what else we got here? Next thing up on the live show, we got Snoop Halftime Show. Did any of you see the Snoop Halftime Show? I want Jay's shirt. I want Jay's shirt too. Hold on. Can we go back to that? Jay's shirt is awesome. Can we go back? Oh boy. Can we go back to that picture? You gotta see the whole thing, man, to get the whole. It had like 6 things on there, and they were all awesome. I'm like, I think I might have commented on that shirt, but that shirt was awesome. That shirt really was awesome. And Jay's just an awesome human being. You know what I mean? He's so passionate about what he talks about. Same as me. We both get really passionate about what we're talking about. And I know those people in the bar were like, what the hell? Who the hell are these dudes? And why the hell are they so loud over there about nerdy stuff? It was, and we outlasted people that were there drinking. It was a good time. It was a really good time. It was a really good time. What else we got here? Snoop's Halftime Show. If anybody is not convinced that Snoop Dogg is America's uncle, you haven't seen pop culture halftime shows yet. Snoop is America's uncle right now. Okay, let's not deny him that title. Uncle Snoop for the win. Channel updates. Channel updates are going to be like this, you guys. This is going to be a long show of just updates. I mean, we only got 20 minutes. That's another thing. Shows are going to be an hour or shorter. But there's a reason for that. So I'm going to break up the segments that I'm going to do. And this is all going to happen this month. So I'm going to do an eInk show. I'm going to do a maker show. And these are all going to be live streams. So the tech show will just be its own thing in the morning. I'm going to talk about the biggest tech news of the day, whether that's eInk news, maker news, regular tech, cell phone, computer news, whatever that may be. The biggest stories for that day, 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to be done. So that's going to be the daily show. Then I'm going to do some other weekly shows, a weekly eInk show, a weekly maker show, a weekly other show, and then another weekly other show. So about 4 other shows. But those will be once a week, and I want to have co-hosts on those shows. So I already have a few people here in the chat crew that could fill in for the co-host spots for those shows. But for anybody who likes to talk about stuff, you have a streaming setup, you want to talk about eInk, you want to talk about tech, you want to talk about those kind of things, let me know. Hit me up at Rants About Tech, feedback at rantsaboutTech.com. You can hit me up at. You can hit me up in the comments. Link to the Discord or invite to the Discord is in the link is in the description of this video. You can go there, get to the Discord, and shoot me a DM if you want. Yeah, I'm just looking for people who want to talk about stuff, who are passionate about the topics and are knowledgeable about those particular topics. Because you guys know, I know a few things, but all y'all are smarter than me. So you guys are going to be way more helpful to the community than I am. But so I appreciate that to anybody who does want to do it and gives it a try. So I'm going to be doing that. So all of that's happening this month. Also, all of those live shows are clearly going to have channels. They're going to be a different channel for all those live shows that are going to be going on. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull them off all together, but those are definitely happening this year and starting this month. So we're going to get all that going. What else we got on the channel update? And that it's cool. It's going to be cool because those other live streams are not going to be, they don't have to be in the morning. They can be at any time where people have time to talk about them. So that's going to be the beauty of these other live streams. We're going to be able to have an eInk live stream and just talk about eInk at a particular time when people are available and ready to do it. So we'll have polls going up on the channel and in Discord for those times to see what times people are most available for something like that. And we'll still have the availability to do the daily show at 10 a.m. And we can get that tech news out there while you guys are on your way to work or while you're getting set up for work and all those kind of things like we've been doing. So any feedback you got on that, you guys would be appreciated. What else we got? Okay, so Ozempic is we haven't even switched. This is not tech news, it's still random news. Dude, Ozempic is one of those things where I'm amazed by it all the time. Now, I'm not an advocate of Ozempic, okay? I don't advocate for people to try Ozempic. I think if you're happy with yourself, you should be happy with yourself. Like I don't have a race in this or a horse in this race at all. Like, but when I see something amazing, I call it out. So I don't want people to think that I'm advocating for Ozempic when I present this story to you guys, because this is not. I think it's interesting. I talk about it. That's as far as this goes. If I'm doing an ad, you will know. Folgers, I'm coming for you, okay? I'm not stopping until I get my Folgers sponsorship, okay? Just the best part of waking up is dun 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 in your cup. I can sing. Don't you shame me. I can sing. Okay. All right, moving on. So I heard something about Ozempic that I thought was amazing. Amazing. Let's where is it at? Let's talk about it. Study claims Ozempic lowers biological age. No doubt, Go Ship. I appreciate that. I can sing. I told you. I can sing. I'm telling you, Ozempic. Okay, now, mind you, I've said this before on a live show, and this is scientific, so it's tech related. I've said on the live show a couple things about Ozempic. First, I feel like Novo Nordisk got shafted. Okay, they should have been able to make boatloads of money off of this drug that they don't really make because of all of the generic varieties out there, and they got shafted because over the pandemic they couldn't produce enough of the drug. And it's a diabetes drug. It's not really a weight loss drug. The weight loss is a side effect. It's a diabetes drug. Those diabetics needed it. They needed this stuff. So it's like the government was like, listen, if you can't produce enough, we're going to let other people produce it because they can produce it and people need it. Don't get caught, okay, you guys? If you make something, be ready to supply it in demand. Yeah, there we go. Supply it in demand. How many people did we lose? We're gaining. Good deal. Give me a like if you're liking the content and subscribe if you want to see more. We'll move on though. The crazy thing is there is another one on the horizon that raises muscle mass with the added benefits of Ozempic. Yeah, Parm, yes. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. These drugs have been a game changer for diabetes. Yes, Mitch, let's talk about it. Not only that, lowers biological age, people. It's reversing age out here. Where did they find this drug? Where did they find this thing? GLP-1 medications originally for diabetes are now used for obesity and other conditions with potential anti-aging effects, people. A trial suggests Ozempic may reduce biological aging by over 3 years, particularly in HIV patients. But everybody. These things do everything. The study goes, listen, the study goes on to talk about how even not only age reversing effects in its abilities, this drug decreases your chances of gaining brain-related diseases by 40%. Now, this is a limited study, okay? But the implications are huge. The implications for this are huge. This is farmexec.com. I would normally have these stories linked in the description, you guys. Again, this is one of those shows where we're just talking, but normally I would have these in there, and I will start having these in there tomorrow. On tomorrow's show, we'll be a little bit more organized with the links. So my bad, you guys. But this is from farmexec.com is where I got this story from. But this is published everywhere. Yeah. I just think this is amazing. Now, again, I'm not advocating for this, okay? I'm not advocating for the drug. I'm just saying some of the things that are coming out over this particular drug is pretty amazing. Yeah, and everyone, like, it's I'll just say this, it's widespread, okay? What's going to happen is they're going to make this, they're going to eventually make this in pill form, and then it's just going to be something people just, willy-nilly take, like over the drug, like Tylenol. Be popping them like candy. Yeah, so not only is it a game changer for diabetes, like Mitch just said, it is a game changer for weight loss, obviously. It's a game changer for brain-related diseases. It's a game changer for, and what they're talking about is the aging effects on organs here, essentially. So it's a game changer for the inflammation and the but inflammation is the organ killer. I mean, that's most deaths are caused by inflammation. No matter what the initial cause was, you die over the inflammation. So but yeah, so anything that can help that is going to do wonders. Side effects, we'll know in a few years. It's been over 10 years for this Polar. We've been testing Ozempic for a decade now. And these studies are the studies that's coming from those decades long testing that we've been doing. Its abilities with its abilities with diabetes is over time. Its abilities with weight loss is over time. So we will see really long term. We're talking about 25 years, quarter century effects on these things. In a little while here, we'll be coming up on that. But yeah, I think that we're going to get it to where, again, someone else said in the chat that, a lot of these side effects are getting done away with in these newer versions of Ozempic, with, like I said, less side effects as far as physical and the medical side effects. Muscle loss being one of those side effects that they're working on doing away with being a side effect for these GLP-1 drugs. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And time will tell, Polar. You're absolutely right. Time will tell. But we're seeing some of the benefits right now. Anyway, not an advocate, but very interesting stuff. What else we got here? What else we got on the schedule here? Severance. We're all over the place, you guys. We're all over the place. Okay. I don't want to talk about Severance just yet because it feels weird going from Ozempic to Severance. Okay, so let's talk about Mosquito Nozzel 3D printing. If the mosquito knows nozzle, the mosquito pricker, it pricks. You best believe it. Oh, what's this? Oh boy, hold on. Let me get rid of this, you guys. It definitely pricks. But let's. Where is it? I don't even. Oh, there we go. I see it now. All right, so mosquitoes. What is that, chat? Proboscis? I think that's correct. Proboscis. Repurposed as a fine nozzle for 3D printing. Check that out. All my 3D printers out there rejoice. Okay, that point 4 nozzle. You've been trying to get TPU through, and they just won't work. It probably won't work with this either, but you can push some other things through and get some finer detail. The severed mosquito proboscis can be turned into an extremely fine nozzle for 3D printing, and this could help create replacement tissues and organs for transplants. Not only that, it will help my 3D printing. My models. I got D&D models of 3D print. This can help. The tiny ones. To get the tip of the sword. Get the blood on it. Okay, we'll move on. Chang Hong Sao, I think it's Sao, at McGill University in Montreal, Canada, and his colleagues developed the technique which they call 3D necroprinting. Why it's got to be necroprinting? What, you got to figure out a way to put necro in there, don't you? Leave it to the nerds to figure out a way to put necro in something. Because they were unable to find nozzles thin enough for their work on manufacturing very fine structures. The narrowest commercially available nozzle they could find had an interior bore of 35 micrometers and also came with a hefty $80 price tag. So $80, which, I don't know, that doesn't seem like a lot to me. But what do I know? What do I know? They experimented with techniques like glass pulling, but found these nozzles also prove expensive and were very brittle. Okay, here we go. So Sal says that the experienced worker can make 6 nozzles an hour from mosquito mouth parts at a cost of less than $1 each. So we start going from $80 to less than $1 per. That's wow. Making the process easy to scale up. The natural nozzles can be fitted with existing 3D printers, and that's also a key part here, can be fitted to existing 3D printers, and are relatively long-lasting considering their biological origin. After 2 weeks, around 30% of them began to fail, but they can be stored frozen for up to a year. The team tested the technique using BioLink called, what is that, Pluronic? A BioInk called Pluronic F127, which can build scaffolds for biological tissues, including blood vessels. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I think all of this is very cool. They're talking about biological like uses here, building organs and such. I'm just really trying to build 3D models for. How cool would this be to get? You could get the layer lines on this for a nib sleeve would be minuscule. You would not be able to see them. It would be crazy. That's what I'm looking for right there. Mitch says, thought this was going to be, we copied a design from nature. Now we printed with mosquito mouths. No, they took the mouth, bro. You know, what's so funny is the mouth of the mosquito is covered by this. They describe it in some detail in this article. The mouth of the mosquito is covered by this film or skin layer. And so they peel back the skin layer and take the hard inner part out. It's when I read that, I'm like, wow, this went from being interesting to kind of gory. Like, I mean, it's happening on such a small scale, but still, it's like they're scalping a mosquito mouth. Fillet? Anyone? Anyway, moving on. What do we got here? Now we can get to the crazy stuff. Severance. Okay. You guys. Well, let's pull up Severance here. Let's pull up Severance here. Okay. Let's pull it up. So we got Severance here, right? Okay. In the chat, when I brought this thing up, everyone was like, oh, Severance is so good, blah, blah, this and that. I go online, I look at it, everyone's like, oh, the second season of Severance is so good. So I'm like, I got to go see Severance. So over the holiday, I go and I watch Severance, okay? Now, you know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll right now. Now, I recognize the poll is covering up part of the chat, you guys. I didn't know that before. I realized that. I'm going to try to figure out a way to fix this. I didn't figure it out before the show, but we'll get this figured out, and I'll try to alleviate the poll from covering up the chat. So we're not going to let the chat go up for too long or the poll go up for too long. But let's see. Did you like Severance? How many people in here like Severance? I'm gonna get a poll going here. Did you like Severance? Yes or no? Oh, what just happened here? All right, there we go. All right, so I just started a poll. Did you like Severance? Kindly enough, vote on that, you guys, so I can see what the overall what do they call that? Consensus? There we go. Consensus is going to be here. Bro, you gotta peel the mouth first. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious, Mitch. Bro, you gotta peel the mouth first. Why is that funny? I don't even know why that was funny, but that was funny. Listen, you got me when I gotta take the glasses off. Where's I need paper towel. Oh, holy, that was a good one. Oh. See, I do this so I don't get the eye boogers from crying and laughing. Eye boogers, real deals. It's a real deal. Yeah, need a haven't watched option. That would be kind of cool, actually, Christina. That would be cool. So 83% right now on the poll says they liked it. So we got 6 votes. 83% says yes. 17% says no. Well, we'll let that stay up for a few more minutes while I go over my little Severance rant here. Now, people were like, "Oh, season 2 is so good. Season 2 was crap. Straight trash. I don't know what even to say about it other than that. Why was it felt like this is how it felt to me. Season 2 was crazy good because you was wondering what the hell is going on here? Like, what is happening in this show? I want to know more. And you just wanted to know so bad. Listen, I wanted to blow through this in a night. Amy just wanted to watch one episode at a time, so it took us a whole month to get through like season 1 and 2, messing around with her. Like, that was just. I'm like, listen, I wanted to binge this thing and get it over with. I wanted to find out. You want to watch another episode? No, we'll save it for later. What? Anyway, so we get through it. First season, so good. And if you've worked in an office setting before, you realize how good it is instantly. It doesn't even take long for you to realize how good it is. Whoever wrote this definitely spent time in a cubicle. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Been there, done that. I feel you. And it was interesting. The characters were interesting. And you know who was the most interesting character to me in the first season? The most interesting person to me in the first season was, I forgot his name. All right. Let me know, chat. Who do you think my favorite character in the first season was? Let me know in the chat. Who do you guys think my favorite character in the first season was? I don't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but you guys let me know who you think, and I'll let you know if that was him. That'll be interesting. Now, my favorite character in the first season, I couldn't stand to look at his face in the second season. Literally, one of our company mottos is, "What we do matters." Yeah. The work is mysterious and important. Yeah, it is mysterious and important. I still don't know what it is. You know what else I don't know? I don't even know if the show is done. Did it reach a conclusion or not? I don't know. Dylan. Was that the short dude? The short chubby dude? How did you, Dr. Ling? You definitely brother from another mother, for sure. Dylan was my dude. That was my guy. Yo, Dylan in season 1. Oh, he was gold. He was gold. Like, he couldn't miss. Everything came out of his mouth was funny. I'm like, that's my guy. That was my reason for watching the show. I didn't care about nobody else. Him and what he had to say about what all the effery that was going on. That's all I cared about. There's going to be a 3rd season. Okay, so it's not done. Okay, good. Okay, good. So my confusion is founded. I'm confused for reasons because they're leaving you to be confused. Because we still don't know what the work is. I do know this. The 2nd season felt like they were caught not ready. It felt like to me the 2nd season was, hey, dude, you guys are killing it. Episodes 1 through 5 or whatever, you guys are doing so well. We want to extend this for a 2nd season at least. Can you guys do it? They're like, yeah, we can do it. And so they gave us a season full of filler. And Dylan wasn't himself. Dylan was like not the innie or the outie. It was like a 3rd one, the sleepy, the dude that his only job is to get sleep. That was the Dylan. It felt like the 3rd Dylan. How many people did I lose with my Dylan rant? Okay, we're still doing good. Still doing okay. So I mean, yeah, Dylan's my guy. So moving on. We've gone past. All right, we got 10 more minutes of the show. I gotta get done with the rest of the show in 10 minutes. Can I do it? Probably not, chat. Probably not. But we talked about Severance, talked about the Mosquito. We only got YouTube to talk about. Big up to Sharon. I said Sharon. Big up to eInk and big up to Aaron for their live stream that they put on. Let me see if I can get that up here. I really, it's always cool to see people that I don't normally get to see and I talk to. So when this happens, I get to see 2 people I don't normally get to see and I talk to. It's awesome. So, and then you get 3 people. This did my heart some good over the holiday. It really did. So shout out to you guys and big up to you guys for having a very entertaining show here. I really did enjoy it. Yeah. So, well, who else we got here? We got the Jeff video that we were talking about earlier. That I suggest that if you want to know anything about YouTube, the inside of YouTube, he drops a lot of gems and spills a lot of tea that I think is very interesting there. Vlad released his first video from CES, so I'll be checking his channel out because I know he puts out a lot of CES content when he goes around to CES. So looking forward to that for sure. Love from India, no doubt. Big up, Ranga. Thanks for joining the show. Oh man, we got AI Catherine here. We got, you guys know we gotta watch AI Catherine. Second Brain System from Ed going out. I gotta check that video out. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm gonna check that out. Remarkable 2 in 2026 from Aaron. Gonna check that out as well. So again, I would normally have links to this stuff in the show notes, you guys, but we'll start that back up tomorrow. Today I just want to get out a bunch of information about the channel and some of the products. What else we got here? You know what? I was going to watch AI Catherine on the show. Maybe we'll watch AI Catherine on tomorrow's show because we're running short. But normally, guys, we really appreciate AI Catherine over here, and we try to honor AI Catherine with some visuals here. But we'll do that on tomorrow's show if we don't, because we won't have time today. Unfortunately, that sucks. But we got some nibs to talk about. I want to show that before we end today's show. I think that's all of the YouTube stuff I want to talk about. Channel update and nibs. Oh, Manta Trust. Let's pick up the Manta Trust. I want to bring up the Manta Trust here. So you guys know that Ratta, their device is called the Manta, and they modeled it around the actual sea creature, the manta ray. And they have a Manta Trust that's going out right now. At the Manta Trust, our vision is a sustainable future for the oceans, where manta rays and their relatives thrive in healthy, diverse marine ecosystems. So I think that they're donating $1 of every for every device sold to this particular cause. So I think that's pretty cool to bring up and call out there that they're putting their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and they're conservation, not just of the planet for in their modularity and their devices, trying to bring some more eco-sustainability to the eInk space, but also conservation by way of the oceans, right? And helping these sea creatures live long and happy lives, them and their ecosystem. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Very cool. What else we got here? All right, next we're gonna talk about just me being me and talking about products here. So we got the iPhone camera here. So we're gonna do a few things from the camera here. The first thing is I'm gonna show is this right here. So this is a bit of can you guys hear me? Can we? I hope you guys can hear me here. I hope I'm being heard. Maybe I am. If you guys can't, let me know. So this is a bit of nephrite jade here. So and this is one of the materials I'm making nibs out of. This is what I call nature's ceramic. So this is the toughest material that the earth naturally produces right here. So, and this is jade, but unlike the jade that you guys probably are familiar with, which is what they make, it's the jewel jade, what they make a lot of jewelry out of, a lot of fine jewelry out of it. Very expensive stuff. Nephrite jade, very expensive stuff too, but they have two different characteristics. The actual jadeite jade is the one they make jewelry out of, and you can make jewelry out of this nephrite jade too. But that other jade, the jadeite, is really for let's go ahead and in this poll here. We got 83% says lots of people like Severance, so we're in that poll there. 83%, that's pretty impressive. But anyway, so nephrite jade. This is what I'm gonna make the nibs out of. Let's get this down here. Get a close shot of this. And like I said, talking about the jadeite jade, its properties are more lustrous. It has more shine to it. The properties of this jade is that it's tough. So it's, like I said, the toughest naturally occurring material on the planet. This nephrite jade is. And it's been used for millennia by civilizations who want to carve from a rock surface. Now, this particular material is very tough, but it's carvable, which is one of the reasons it's being used for artwork. Its ability to be shaped as a stone it's one of its highest characteristics. Super tough, which any other stone trying to be shaped how you would shape nephrite would break and become really brittle. This is so tough that it withstands those cuts and the shapings from carving, and has been world renowned for tool making, sword making, not just sword, but weapon making. Throughout the years, anytime this was found, it was found with nobility. The nephrite jade, the white variety, very rare material right here. Millions of years in the process of making this particular material right here. And this particular jade is, like I said, nephrite jade, and it comes from British Columbia. So this is BC jade. Very high quality BC jade. You can just kind of look and tell, like, it's man, it's very nice. So she asked me where I sourced the jade from, and that is one of the sources that I have. Oh, I see this jade nib, but how safe is it? How safe will it be for the screens? We can hear you a little quiet, but it's all right. Thanks, Mitch. So jade nibs are softer than the ceramic that you would use in this pen right here. So, and this is a Supernote nib with the Supernote ceramic in it. This ceramic is harder, meaning it will scratch surfaces easier than this will. This is softer, meaning not as hard as this, but it's tough. So the toughness is on a different level. So this won't damage screens. eInk is using a stone nib right now, and it's made of agate, which is more akin. I don't have the stone here that I cut it from, but I do have this. And this is essentially agate cut and shaped and it's being shaped right now into a nib. It's further along in the process than I have some other ones here. But we'll take a look at these actually. Let's go ahead and take a look. So stone nibs are no more harmful to your screen than the Supernote ceramic would be, or the crystal would be. They're as safe for your screens as any other material would be, because the hardness is not as hard, but the toughness is up there. And so you can use these without fear of damaging your screens, just like you would a normal ceramic nib, like you could this right here. So yeah, and I would say they would do less damage because they're not as hard as this, right? So diamond is hard. It's the hardest material, but diamond isn't very tough. You can smash diamonds really easily. They're super brittle, but they're hard. They'll scratch other surfaces really easily. So that's the difference between toughness and hardness. This is hard and tough, whereas these are a little bit, these stones are going to be not as hard as this, which means they're going to scratch less. So I would argue that they cause a less wear. There we go. They cause less wear than normal ceramic will. So this is the nephrite jade right here. And this is nephrite jade being, it's a little bit further along in the process of being carved. So I took a chunk of this off and began the process of carving it down into a nib. And you can see here, actually, can we see? There we go. Let's get this down a little further here. And you can see here, that's what this looks like here. And I'll just keep going with this process until it gets down further. Here is another look at the agate. Here's another agate stone right here. And here is another agate stone right here. And you can see where this is going. And they're just getting carved down into the shape that I need and the size that I need, and then they're rounded and polished. This right here, actually, this right here is cut from the same stone that this is, and so you can kind of see how it starts to transform, how it looks as it gets smaller. Even smaller. Let's look at another example here. What have we got in the chat? Are you cutting these yourself? If so, I would love to see that process. I am cutting these myself. I'm doing this process myself. I've had help in the process of doing this. Lots of research, lots of help trying to get machinery and stuff like that. So, and securing the rock. So this is the biggest thing, is securing quality gemstones. And so when you start trying to secure gemstones of this size, and the stone was way bigger than this. This is just what I have left of it after testing and cutting it myself. Securing quality gemstones is the hardest part of this, and learning the faceting, because you gotta do gemstone faceting like they would with a regular ring that you're gonna make. Those stones are faceted, and that whole process needs to be learned. And you got to buy a faceting machine. So those are all processes that I'm going through. And those are all processes that I'm going to be documenting on the new channel that I'm starting this month. I was hoping to have all that's ready by the 1st, but it's just a lot of work. So I'm still working on it. But it's going to be rants about making. And I'm going to be documenting this whole process there. Just to show you another one. So this is a 3-pronged process here. So what we have here is the size of the other. This is black jade right here. So this is nephrite jade, but it's black. It comes from Wyoming. So this is Wyoming jade. This is the oldest jade in the world, though. So the Wyoming jade isn't like what people would consider the prettiest because it's black or whatever. But if you put the light up to it, you'll see that it's just a dark green, essentially. Really dark green, but it's the oldest jade in the world. We're talking about 3 million years old. This jade right here, where most other jade like this BC jade here, we're talking is in the range of 2 million years old. But through any event, so we got this size right here, and then we carve it down, and then we get this size. When I say we, I mean I. we get it carved down to this size. I kind of chipped it off this bit, this one right here, but this is the size you can kind of get it down to. And then after this size, you get it down to something like this, right? And even this has a little ways to go. Because I think this is about 1 millimeter right here. And it needs to get down to 0.75 or 0.73. And that's where we're trying to get it to. And you know, we've done that a few times. And I've got a couple stone nibs out there right now. Let's put these back on here, and I'll kind of just show you guys the range I have here. I'll put these back in spots. And there we go. Okay, so this is kind of the range here of the stones that I'm working with currently. We've got about two green jade. We got about 3 black jade here, and we got a few of the agates as well. Fascinating process. Yes, definitely a fascinating process. Very interesting, man. And when you make one and get it secured inside of a nib, like I said, I gave all of those away. I don't have any more here. But, and actually I have 2 of the jadeite here. This is kind of like what these are the squares they ultimately come out of this rock in right here. After I cut these, you can see I kind of like have lined it to where I'm going to cut slabs out of this. And those slabs will be cut down into these squares, and then the carving process will begin once they get to this size right here. Only then do I start carving. So very interesting process. Very cool. Now, last thing I want to show. This is for Dr. Ling. Dr. Ling, you still here? I hope Dr. Ling is here. How many people did I lose? Okay, we lost some people, but I appreciate you people for hanging around who's still here. I hope Dr. Ling is still here. If Dr. Ling is here, if you're not Dr. Ling, I hope you catch the replay, because this is going to be for Dr. Ling. Let me go ahead and put that way over here. I don't want to break these, so I'm going to put these over here. Now, we got a couple of tests here that I'm going to do. Okay, good, Dr. Ling. Good. I'm glad you're here. So this is for you, Dr. Ling. Now, got a couple of tests that I want to do. I have a basket here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this basket. Can we see this basket? I'm going to fill this basket here with rocks. Listen, the iPhone is so incredible as a recording tool. It refocuses and it just knows what you want on screen. And, Aaron, I know what you mean, bro. God, I want to get a gang of iPhones just to record with. It will make live streams so much easier. And the video's good. It's good. It rivals what I'm using here. I got expensive Sony cameras here. And the iPhone is pulling its weight. Anyway, I'm going to fill this basket with rocks. I'm going to hold the string here. It didn't get that, though, did it? Nope. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the string here. And there's a loop at the end here. Can we see this loop? So there's a loop at the end here. See that? That's going to hold a nib in there. A nib sleeve. And I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to suspend this basket by that nib and see how much weight it can hold before the nib breaks. This is in response to Dr. Ling having a problem with his last test nib that I sent out for him to test about the strength of it. It broke off I think he said the head broke off. So this is a test for that. So I've been testing many resins over the break. So much testing. And I found a mixture that is so strong. It's as strong as what I've been buying from Lammy and as strong as what I've been buying off Amazon as well. So what we're going to do is, and the sleeve strength is important because if the sleeve can stay intact, no matter what happens to the nib on the inside, you won't have a catastrophic failure, right? Where it just damages your pen. Even if the nib fails, you can still pull the sleeve out and you're good to go. This is going to ensure that people that are testing and anybody happens to buy one after this will be able to do that. The failure won't be catastrophic. Now, let's talk about that for a second before I show this. There's a difference between failing gracefully and gradually and then failing catastrophically, okay? There's degrees to failure, okay? It's like if you were to go and you're taking your family, you're going to have breakfast with your family, okay? You're going to your favorite diner to have breakfast. You pack the kids up into the car. Your wife everyone's together. Like, yeah, babe, we're going to the diner. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to have some eggs and some pancakes and toast. We're going to have scrapple. We're going to do scrapple. We're going to do it. Get the kids. Let's go. Got the car packed up. You go to your diner. Then something goes wrong. Maybe the person in the kitchen burns the toast. So you got smoke coming out of the kitchen. Maybe there's a fire. So now there's fire coming out of the kitchen. But it's a gradual thing. There's smoke, then there's fire. Then, you can say, okay, things are failing. They're failing right now, babe. So we can either choose to go down with the ship or we can just get out of here and try somewhere else. So you failed at breakfast, but it's not a catastrophic failure. You can take your family somewhere else and eat. You can pull them out and go somewhere else. You haven't even paid yet. They were cooking your food that they burnt and started a fire in the kitchen. You're not even paid. You got your money. You walk out. You go somewhere else. You order. Everything's fine. Are you guys still with me? How many people did I lose with this? A lot. We're still going, though. So you're fine. Catastrophic failure is you take your family to that same diner. Then, instead of it just being smoke and then fire, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, flames just start shooting out of the kitchen. The waitresses are running around screaming, throwing coffee. People are like, what the hell is going on? You got the couple from Pulp Fiction in the corner plotting on robbing the diner. They get up, use the opportunity of all the confusion in the fire to rob the place. So now you and your family sitting there, no food because it's burned. All hell is broke loose, chaos. You're getting robbed. So you can't just walk off and go somewhere else. That's catastrophic failure. That's my analogy for gradual and catastrophic. Gradual, you can recover. You can start over because you see it coming. Like, oh, I see the danger and the problem arising. I can pull out and go somewhere else. Catastrophic, you can't. There's nothing you could do. It's failed. It's done. Okay, I'm done with that analogy. What do we got in the chat? Yep, you should grab a Hollyland Lyra. They work good as well. Oh, what is that? Huh. I have to try that. All right, so that's what I was trying to prevent with the nibs. I was trying to prevent the catastrophic failure, okay? I wanted a gradual failure. If it was going to fail, I wanted it to be a gradual failure so people can see the failure coming and then pull out. Like, okay, I see the failure. Let's pull it out and we'll try something different. If there's going to be a failure, I would like it to be gradual. Okay, so anyway, moving on. So first thing we're going to do is test. A couple of things. These are newer ones. These are newer prints right here. This print right here is the print that I had my first print that I was sending out to everybody right here. So this is that print here. And this is what I was using, okay? Now, in my defense, it's a process. This is why we're testing. It's a testing process, but we nailed it. So testing over. Although we're still going to try to do better, right? You can always get better, but we're good right now. So moving on. This is what I was testing. So, and I'm gonna take it off the supports right now. So this is I haven't used this nib here. It's totally hollow. It's hollowed out. It's ready to accept whatever nib. So I'm going to show that as well. So can we do that? Oh, okay, there we go. So we're going to take some nibs here. I'm going to grab me a nib. Actually, can we put this back down here? Oh, there we go. All right, so we're going to grab a nib here. We'll grab a crystal nib. We'll put the crystal nib just so you can see that this is a hollow nib. All right, so we're going to put this in here. All right, there we go. So we're putting the nib in there, and you guys can see that this is a hollow nib here. Oh, it's so good. This iPhone is so good. All right. So anyway, so now I'm going to take the nib out, put this back in there, and I'm going to put this nib here. This show might be a little bit longer than what I thought. It might be a little bit longer. So I'm going to put this nib here inside the thing like this. So it's going to be held up by the head. Now, I don't have a scientific way of testing this as far as weight. So you guys got to have to deal with me, okay? I admit this is not a very scientific study, but it is scientific, okay? So right now, this cage right here is being suspended and held by the nib, okay? The nib head is holding this thing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. It holds the cage. Oh, as soon as I put the cage down, the head broke off, okay? Now, I know for a fact that nib will only hold about 1 or 2 rocks. And I have rocks here. We got rocks in the box that we're going to put into this cage right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a couple of them. We'll try this again. I know it will hold a couple at least. But you can see it's not very sturdy. It wouldn't even hold this cage right here. And this cage is, I don't know how many pounds the cage was. I should have teared the scale. But the cage doesn't weigh very much. But we're just doing numbers of rocks, okay? We're going to see how strong it is by numbers of rocks. Very Rube Goldberg setup. It is, but it's very telling. It's very telling. So let's see here. We're gonna pull out another one. I got a lot of these. We're gonna pull out another one, and we're gonna pull it off with the support, and we're gonna put it through there. But first, we're gonna find the rocks. We gotta find rocks number 1 through 4. Actually, 1 through 6. There we go. 4. And we got number 1 and 2. We're almost there. Oh, what number is this? Oh, that's number 8. We don't need number 8 though. 11. And we could do 7. 6 we definitely need. Oh, that's 9. Oh, we need 6 though. I think that's it. And 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? Yeah, 4. Do we have 5? Oh, maybe we have 5 over here. Oh, that's 8. That's 9. This is 4. Oh, it's 4, 5. Oh, 5, 6, and 7. All right, there we go. So we got them in order. All right, so how many people did I lose on that? Did I lose people with that? I probably. Oh no, we're gaining people. Okay, if you're just joining us, we're doing a test for my nib sleeve that I just developed, and we're trying to do a strength test here, and that's what we're doing. And this is for Dr. Ling here. This is all for Dr. Ling. Dr. Ling, the end of the show is all for you. Let's put this through here. There we go. All right, so we got it through there, and this cage is being held up just by the head of the nib. And can we see that here? It's just going to be held up by the head of the nib there. Yeah, see that, chat? There we go. So the head of the nib is going to hold the weight. So it holds the weight of the cage without a rock in it. I'm going to put that down. Put 1 rock in the cage. And they're numbered, so they're all going in the same order. It'll hold one rock. So we hold in one rock. Put it down. And we're going to put the second rock in. So it'll hold the second rock. All right. And I think the third rock is when it breaks. I'm almost certain. So we put the third rock in. Oh, no. We had 3 rocks. Okay. Let's see how many we can go. We got number 4 here. Oh, snap. It's holding 4. Let's go to 5. Wow. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. So 4 rocks is all it will hold. The 5th rock broke it. So now we'll take the rocks out again. Take the rocks out again. All right. Now, so we're going to put the rocks in the same order, but we're going to try a different one. Now, this next print is the print that I thought was going to do the job. This print, right? That first print was with what they call a rigid Pro. It's basically the rigid resin from a maker called Next Shapes, and that's what I was making almost everything out of, was that rigid. But it's pretty brittle and it's not that strong, as you can see. I mean, compared to this, I think. So this is actual a tough resin. So it's not the rigidity it's trying to go for. This is toughness. And I thought this is definitely going to work for me, right? Okay, let's try it. So put this in here. All right. All right, there we go. It's being held by the head. All right, we're going to start putting rocks in. And we're testing the strength of nib sleeves. These are nib sleeves that I'm making ceramic nibs with for EMR pins. So it can hold the cage. That's cool. We're going to put 1 rock in. Okay. It will hold the weight of 1 rock. Put the second rock in. All right. It'll hold the weight of 2 rocks. We got where's number 3? Oh, number 3. All right. It'll hold 3. Not bad. We'll put number 4 in. All right. And this is what broke the last one. So this one's stronger than the last one because it'll hold 4. We're going to put number 5 in right now. 5 rocks. Oh boy, it's getting hard to hold with my fingers now. That's 5 rocks. Now we going to 6 rocks. So this is already this is significantly better than what I was using, right? Almost doubly as better, right? So we got 6 rocks in there now, and it's holding. Let's put a 7th rock in there. Oh boy, now this is getting really hard to hold with my fingers, and I have to hold it 2 fingers. Oh boy. So it can hold 7. Where's 8? All right, we're gonna put 8 in there. Oh man, this is gonna be really hard to hold. So 8. Oh boy. It can hold 8. What about 9? 9 rocks. I'm gonna have to really pinch this. It can hold 9. Okay, it just broke. All right, so 9 broke it. So we can say it can hold at least 8 securely. And just so you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rocks is 411 grams. So it could hold 411 grams. The first one tapped out at 3, which was 137 grams. So I went from the initial print being able to hold 137 grams to this tough print that's able to hold 411 grams. So we're talking double the amount of weight, over double the amount of weight. Now, I didn't stop there because I'm like, I would like it to be strong. I don't want to be able to pull it apart with my fingers. And these, even though they hold a lot of weight, I can still pull them apart with my fingers. Now, so I went with another. Now, this is Soraya Tech Blue right here, the print that I just used, which is this print right here. This is Soraya Tech Blue. It's a tough resin from Soraya Tech. Really nice resin. Really easy to work with, too, I got to say. This next print is a combination print. I mixed some Soraya Tech Blue, which is their tough resin, with some Soraya Tech Tenacious, which is a really flexible resin, just to give it a little bit more toughness. So it will, if it fails, it'll be a gradual fail, not catastrophic. So we're going to put the blue in the 70-30 mix, and I think this is number 5 here. Bam. All right. I learned a little bit too. I improved the supports on this one too. My support game got a little bit better throughout this process. But do any event. I'm telling you right now, pro tip, make your own supports. If you do auto supports, just look at it and see what they say, and then make your own. I'm telling you, that's the way to go. All right, so this is that print. I stepped away and came back to rocks in a basket. I'm so lost, LOL. Whoa, things happen. We're testing nib sleeves to see which ones are stronger. Now, this one right here, we're going to take the rocks out again. We're going to take the rocks out again. And we're going to go, and remember, that last one tapped out at 8 rocks. All right? Last one tapped out at 8 rocks, which was 411 grams. Now, we're going to try this again. We're going to put this latest one. This is the one right here, you guys. This is the one. We're going to put this in here. And now we're going to hold the weight of the basket with this new print, my latest print right here. Now we can hold the basket clearly, right? It holds the weight of the basket, no problem. Our goal right now is to get past 8, which is 8 is pretty good. But we can do better. Put one rock. We got one rock out of the way. We got where's number 2? We got 2. Rock number 2. We got number 2 out of the way. All right. We got number 3. Got rock number 3 out of the way. And it's getting hard for me to hold this because my fingers are getting slippery from all of the holding. So that's 3. Now we got 4. All right. It'll hold 4. We got 8. 5. Whoops. Let's get up here. So it'll hold 5. We got 6. 6. We got 7. Oh, snap. Man, it fell out of my finger. It didn't break. It just fell out of my finger because my fingers are getting slippery. Okay, it didn't break. We still at 6 or 7. We got 7. Oh, me dropping it, bro. We're gonna start at 7 with the same one. Okay, here we go. Man. My fingers are getting so tired and slippery from the weight. And again, I'm just holding this up with my finger, and the weight of the head of the nib is holding it. All right, so. All right, so we're at 7. All right, now we're at 8. 8. I should probably get some pliers. Some pliers would probably be better. Yep. Where are the pliers? Oh, here we go. My bad. I should have been using pliers this whole time. We at 8. I know this is probably affecting it. Okay. Ah. All right. I got to pull another one. So the pliers won't work. I got to do it by finger. And plus, I think I might need me to do that just for continuity's sake or to keep it consistency's sake. There we go. Sheesh. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do the fingers from now on. We'll muscle through. So we're at 8, 9. Where's 10? All right, 10. All right, we've already passed the up. All right, 10 is the most that one will hold right there. So we'll go with 10 on that one. So 10 puts this at 560 grams. So a lot better than what I had been doing before. And I think that is enough pressure that I can't pull that apart with my finger before my fingers start to slip on the plastic. And I think that, again, if we are judging that by the first one, which was only 137, like we're talking about almost 3 times the strength. So I think it's really good. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the strength of the nib staying on the shaft, the head of the nib staying on the shaft of the sleeve. We're gonna be good with that. Now, last test I want to show was a crush test. Now, we're gonna pull this out. Now, this is the nib that I had been using here, and we're gonna do this. Actually, can I show this over here? Yep, I can. So this is the nib I had been using. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this to crush the head of this nib. Can we? There we go. Can we put this down? There we go. All right, so I'm going to use this to crush the head of this nib and see what it looks like there. So I'm going to push down on this and see what happens to the head of it. Can we get the volume here? Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. That is what you would call a catastrophic failure. And you can see here. Can we? You can't really see. No. Wow. It's not on camera. I can move this over here. So you can see here that it failed, like I said, pretty catastrophically. It just kind of went to pieces, the head did. And that's not what you want. You want it to be a gradual failure if it's going to be a failure at all, right? So this is what we have for the one I'm using now. There we go. All right. So this is the newest one right here. Get the supports off of it. All right, so this is the newest one we have right here. And we'll do that same test here. I'm just going to crush it under this box, crush the head of it. And I'm pushing down as hard as I can. You don't hear a pop, you don't hear any of that, which means it didn't catastrophically fail. Now let's look at what happened. So we can see here that there we go. It just flattened out. Whoa. It just flattened out here. It didn't explode or go to pieces or anything like that. And that's the gradual, right? That way you will know, okay, something happened. It flattened out, but it didn't explode. I can still pull this out of my pen, right? And that's the thing. I want people to be able to gradually see a failure and then be able to do something about it. So, how many people did we lose? How many people did we lose? Oh, we're gaining people. Okay, people are interested in nib tech. That's what's up. So these are the sleeves that I'm using right now. And like I said, I can't tell you how happy I am with how it's coming out here. The strength, the durability, the way it doesn't catastrophically fail at the head. I think those are all important things. Now, one last test. So, last thing to be concerned about is the flexibility and the rigidity and the ability of the shaft to withstand bending. Oh, there we go. So with this, if I try to bend it, did you guys see it just broke into pieces? I'll try that one more time. Let's grab another one. Whoa, I'm going through all of my SD. Oh, did I go through all of them? Oh. Nope, we got another one here. Okay, so let's show that again. So if I go to break it or bend it, it just snaps, right? That's a catastrophic thing. Now, with the newer ones I have here and the ones I'm using right now, this is what happens when you bend it. Let's take it off of the supports here. All right, there we go. Now, this is the actual nib here. And I'm just going to grab the head of it and I'm going to just bend it. And I can keep bending it the other way and the other way and the other way. Eventually after 4, it will snap. Now, but the point here is that gives you time to see that it's bending before it actually breaks. And then you can decide to pull it out, not use it, or whatever the case may be. These are hollow too. So know that when you have solid ones, they will fare a lot better with the bending before they break. And I really, again, way more stable, way more, like I said, way more gradual of a failure if it's going to fail. All right, I think that was the thing. That's the beauty of this channel. What's that? I stepped away, came back to rocks in a basket. Yeah, that is. You don't know. Sometimes you just get random stuff here. Sometimes you get random stuff. All right, and I think that was it. Chat. I wanted to show how far I've come with the durability of the nibs. I wanted to show the stone that I have on hand that I'm trying to get ready, the stone and gemstone. The nephrite is going to be the gemstone nib. The agate is going to be the stone nib. I also have, we've now secured, obviously, a reliable source of zirconia nibs, which is the same material that Supernote uses for their nibs. So those will be up on the site as well. And we'll have different colors. So what's going to happen is like those sleeves will come in different colors. So I think what I'm going to do is clear, white, and black for now. The clear is going to be for the stone and agate nibs, because you want to be able to see those. It defeats the purpose to put those in unless someone wants a black sleeve for the gemstone nib or a white sleeve for the gemstone nib. But I would imagine most people want to see those. So you might want to use clear for those, but we'll have black, white sleeves for people who want to try different sleeves for their nibs. And I've taken Aaron's advice too. I'm going to produce just regular plastic nibs as well, just solid nibs. And I'm going to be testing those here in the near future. But I'm trying to get these harder nibs out before I take another venture on. But I got a lot of different materials to use. Some material I found I want to use on glass screen. So I've got a really nice. You guys are gonna love it. If you guys are digging the stone and gemstone nibs, you're gonna love where I go with the soft nibs for the devices with glass screens. EMR nibs, not EMR but USI nibs, because those are the usually ones with glass screens. And I'll make some EMR ones for, say, the Tab XC. You know what I mean? More toward the remarkable market though. Did you see that ceramic nib ear on? No, what happened? But yeah. Oh, ceramic nib ear on Amazon. Whoa, what's ceramic nib what? You gotta let me know. I have not seen any ceramic nib anything on Amazon other than the Viwoods. But yeah, all right, let's do this. Where we at here? All right, you guys. That's gonna be the show for today. I really appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate it. It's a ceramic nib pen on Amazon. No, I haven't seen it, but I'm going to check it out. Who's it from? Do we care? Shoot. Actually, I'll look for it. But if you can, shoot me a link in the Discord. Thanks for joining the show, everybody. Again, like I just said, there's a link, invite to the Discord in the description of this show. Click it if you want to continue the conversation about any of these topics after the live stream is done. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We do this Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. We're going to try to keep it to an hour. Today I told myself an hour. It's been almost 2 hours. Chat, what do I do? I gotta do it though. But thank you guys for joining me. Thanks to the chat crew. Thanks to Aaron. Thanks to Sheehan. Thanks for Dr. Ling. Thanks to Rob. Thanks to The Rock. Why am I thinking light boxes? I'm just playing, but this is the home scientist dilemma. Buy an expensive test kit for one use, roll one of your own. That's the thing, The Rock. I'm gonna buy a thing that tests these things because I feel like in manufacturing I need that. But for now, this will work. But I am looking at, because I don't even know what equipment I would need for that. You got any ideas? You let me know in the Discord. But I'm gonna be researching materials or ways to test. I'm gonna be looking for tools to test tensile strength, and that's what I'm doing right now, trying to find tools to do that because I want metrics, actual data on these, especially when I'm trying to figure out how tough something is. And then I'll be able to tell you how tough the nibs are compared to other nibs, but I don't even have a way to really test that. So I'm working on it. Give me some time. I'll have it figured out. Again, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. I hope you guys join me for another show tomorrow. We're back to tech news tomorrow. Again, like the normal format. I'm working on getting more equipment. Steam Deck, microphone on the way. Microphone arm. I need a new boom. We're going to do that. Good to be back, said Dr. Lane. Thank you. I appreciate that, you guys. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow. And until then, everybody.